Welcome to the first Tough Souls unboxing video. It's going to be a new series, it's going to be great, you're going to love it. We're going to do shoes and things this time, but next video, probably an iPhone. We are going to go back to walking really soon, so we've only 3 weeks left until we start walking again, which is extremely exciting. And we have about 1,000 kilometers left to walk, give or take. And a lot of our gear, or well, some of our gear, just is not going to last another 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
So we went into our friendly neighbourhood outdoor shop, Great Outdoors in Dublin, for whom we are brand ambassadors. So thank you, Great Outdoors. Bought a lot of new stuff, and now we're going to show it to you. Basically, that's the video.
Yeah.
So hope you're like, strap yourselves in. This is going to be an exciting one.
Where do we start?
Well, my shoes are like on my feet right now. So
yeah,
these are Merrell Moabs. This is my 5th pair?
I don't know, yeah.
So I wore the shoe version of these for a while, and now I'm wearing the boot version. For no reason other than we go through bogs that are more up than the... There's a better way to say that, what am I trying to say?
You got the boot version of the shoes because bogs are very, very wet, and with the shoes you often just end up waterlogged.
Yeah.
So
yeah, basically the boot just gives you an extra inch or so where the water doesn't get in. I think these shoes are fine. They're not perfect, but these are the 6th pair or something that I've owned. So they're good enough that they are like completely fine in most situations, right? They're successfully mediocre. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's funny because you say this about them not being amazing, but yeah, you do keep buying them because they tick all of the boxes.
Exactly, they tick like every box, and I know them as well. I know for sure that they're going to fit me. I know that the waterproofing is probably going to give out around kilometer 500. But you know, they're completely fine, and I'm used to them. So I think that's definitely part of. I mean, when you're buying new boots, if you already know ones that are going to work for you, then why look around even further, you know? So I got myself a new pair. In this bottom box. I got exactly the same shoes. They smell like new shoes. Yeah, so I got precisely the same things. This is very boring. This is not a great start to our first unboxing video. But yeah, it's actually the same exact shoe that I have had for all of Tough Souls. Except for 2 weeks when we used Columbia walking shoes. So, yep.
And actually, speaking of dry boots and nice smelling boots, side note, we're trying out these new things. They're called Dryer Bag Cedarwood.
They're from Cetus.
Yes.
Who also make insoles.
Yeah. So they're basically we know of ones that are called
boot bananas.
Boot bananas. Yeah, and we know a lot of climbers who use them. And the
climbing shoes smell terrible.
Oh, so bad. These ones are actually really, really light for that kind of a thing.
They're also nunchucks.
They smell. Oh my god, they are. They smell like cedarwood. They smell really nice. We get horrendously wet feet, so this is supposed to reduce odors and.
Wait, I just read it off the box. You put them inside of your shoes, and they kind of act like newspaper does when you put newspaper inside your shoes.
Yeah.
So they kind of soak up some of the moisture,
and
then they make them smell nice. So, and because they weigh virtually nothing at all, and they're quite small, we can just throw them in the bag, and we can forget about them until we need them.
Yeah.
So I think that was definitely a worthwhile purchase.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and then after we're finished walking, we can use them for our climbing shoes.
If they still...
Yeah, they probably are going to smell terrible. I mean, you should be very happy the video is like doesn't have an odor dimension.
Smell-o-vision?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Check out YouTube too, which has smell-o-vision. These smell so bad. And no, that is definitely my fault because I don't take care of them at all. But I'm excited to have something that will hold out even an extra couple of weeks will be pretty good.
Yeah.
So those are Cetus dryer bags.
I guess next thing on the top are my new socks. I've been wearing 1,000 Mile socks so far for a majority of tough soles, but I decided to try Smartwool because they get a lot of good reviews, and yeah, I was just curious to try out something new really. 1,000 Mile socks are just harder to find in Ireland than Smartwool, so I was excited to have something here.
Yeah, 1,000 Mile socks are twin skin, right? They
yeah,
have two separate layers, but these do not.
No, these are just single layer, yeah.
What do you think the difference is?
Or why one or the other? Yeah. Well, so I originally came across twin skin stuff. It's mostly for running, so to stop blistering and chafing. And I tried a couple of pairs and I really didn't like them. I actually found my feet sweated too much in them. 1,000 Mile socks, I put them on the first day. I thought they were kind of weird, but the skin actually doesn't move. You don't feel the double layer like other twin skin socks. So I really liked these ones for that. And like this current pair, like I've kind of worn through the heels of them, but because there's two layers, there's still something there. I don't know. I really liked these ones, but I'm happy to try new things, so I want to just see what Smartwool ones were like.
I also really like the Smartwool logo. I also bought some new socks today, but because my preferred brand of socks is not available in Irish shops, I bought them on Amazon. So I really like the Wigwam Hiker Pro Light something or other. I don't know, we'll link to it. I literally have only been wearing these socks for 6 years maybe. Not the same pair of socks. I have like 15 pairs or something, but I really like these socks, and it's sort of like with these shoes. I found ones that worked and I'm stuck with them now, and like again, why would I change when these ones work? So yeah, I bought 4 new pairs on Amazon for the next stretch of walking. So if you're watching this and you're going to buy me a birthday present, this year I don't need socks. Hint hint, it's my birthday in like 3 weeks. Okay, so I also bought insoles. These are Superfeet. I've been wearing Superfeet for quite a long time as well. These are again the same insoles as the ones that I currently have. They are Superfeet Comfort Max, I guess. So these are my old ones and these are my new ones. I'll get a nice close up in a second, but these are wrecked, so I bought myself a new pair. I don't know, to be honest, I don't think I need insoles in terms of how my feet are shaped or anything like that, but what I do like is that these are a shorthand for breaking in your shoes. For me, I find that I don't have to break in shoes as long when I have the same pair of insoles in them, because the insoles are already shaped to my foot. So unless there's something at the top of the shoe that's kind of rubbing against my toe or the top of my foot, I don't feel like I need to spend as much time breaking in my shoes. And since starting to wear insoles like this, I haven't really had that many problems with breaking in a pair of shoes. So I think for me that's useful. Also, top tip here, I'm going to say that again because I somehow put an in the middle of the words top tip. So top tip here, I have taped over the sharp edge of the insole. So you can see here, these insoles, I'm going to obviously put in some close-up shots here, but the insoles, particularly Superfeet insoles, have quite a hard shell on the back here, this black section, and what I found is that can cut into Gore-Tex in boots. And so I've started taping it up so that it kind of softens the hard cutting ability of the insoles. So I would recommend trying that out if you find that your boots don't stay waterproof. So that's me. What do we got left?
My new boots.
Yeah.
So
Ellie's bad at picking boots.
No, not bad. It just takes me a while.
You tried it.
Yeah. So like I was
because that's how I sold Kyle on that series.
It's mostly because like the pair of boots that you have decided are your best boots have continued to exist,
That's very fair. Yeah.
The first pair of boots that I was wearing, I didn't really like. They were an American brand though, so it was really hard to get them around.
They were Obos, right?
Obos, yeah. Which are very hard to get in Ireland. So then I moved to Solomon's, which I absolutely loved. They were amazing, and then they discontinued that model of boot when I wore them out. So then I tried some Scarpas, it didn't really work for me, and anyway, so they're the Meindl Albertas. It's a fully leather boot, even though they're like a nice maroon, is that what you call them? I don't know.
They're wine coloured?
Yeah, they're women coloured.
Yeah, this is kind of the problem with hiking boots, isn't it? You can't, like, as a man you can't buy coloured ones, and as a woman you can't buy non-coloured ones.
Yeah, I don't really mind, I guess, but anyway. But yeah, they're super duper comfortable. They've a really good so for how flexible boot they are, because like the Scarpas that I got were like, they're amazing boots when we're crossing a bog, but they're way too heavy duty for all of the rest of the walking. And like way marked trails in Ireland. Yeah,
the fact is there's quite a lot of road.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hard surface, and a lot of the time you don't need technical boots for this.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing when people ask us about the Camino. Camino is also quite a lot of hard surface, and in my opinion you don't really need a big technical boot.
No, you need walking shoes, really.
Yeah.
I think the only reason we go for boots is just Ireland is super wet.
Mm-hmm.
So wet here.
Yeah. Plus they last a bit longer, I think, when you buy more technical ones. I think they've a tendency to last a bit longer.
Yeah, I like one of the lighter pairs I was trying on today. Felt quite nice. But like I could tell the sole was just going to wear away after like 100 kilometers.
Yeah, this is really the thing. I think my Merrells have lasted 800 kilometers each, something like that.
You think?
Something like that, yeah. Between 8 and 1,000, I'd say, each.
Okay.
Where the second half is, they're not waterproof anymore.
Yeah.
But we definitely need shoes that last, because we just don't have the money to constantly be buying new pairs.
Although we have bought quite a lot of pairs.
Yes, we have.
So I'm really excited to try these, because we literally bought these like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear them around the house for the rest of the day, like wear them indoors where they stay nice and clean, so that I can at least get a feel for them being on my feet for a long time, even if I'm not carrying a backpack, any of that kind of stuff. Get an idea at least. Yeah.
We have a big video about how to fit hiking boots
yes.
and what you should look at if you're going to buy a new pair. That video looks very like this video because we filmed it in exactly the same place.
Yes.
But do check it out. The link is on screen now / in the description.
Otherwise, I think most of our gear from last year.
Yeah.
From the rest of
the entire project. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of it is pretty good.
Yeah, we actually should really have taken a very close look at the gear that we currently have, whether we needed patches for the tent or a new sleeping bag or something like that. But I'm just confident. I'm blindly confident that it's all perfect.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, the thing that we did really well with our gear for this project was we spent quite a lot of money at the beginning on our gear, and then we ended up not having to spend as much over the course of the thing. Which I think is, if you can do it, I think that's a good way to do it. If you can kind of front load all of your spending, because then you avoid it during the rest of the project, and you also avoid annoyances like your tent ripping in the middle of a bog or something.
Unless you're really unlucky.
Yeah, unless you're unlucky, which can happen to anybody. But so we actually didn't buy a whole bunch of stuff here. We also did buy some other things on Amazon this morning.
Yes.
These are really boring things, but we bought some SD cards and a hard drive. So people ask us actually how we do all of the filming and how we deal with all of the footage and stuff. We literally just bring a hard drive.
And save stuff as we go. Yeah. It's not completely safe, and in fact our friend Michael Quinn, Challenge Your Life on YouTube, has told us a horror story about a hard drive dying on him as he was doing this. But it has not happened to us, and it will continue not to happen to us. Mark my words. You're jinxed, like, each said pasta. No. What other preparation things do you think we need to do between now and 3 weeks' time?
Well, we're debating whether or not we need to actually plan out which trails we're doing when. I have avoided planning things in general because, especially at the beginning when we had 42 trails to do, to me that just it's pointless to try and plan because there's too much. But now at this point we've only got 7 left, and it's really not that hard to actually kind of plan that.
Yeah.
And the question is, do we want to, or do we want to do the rest the same way we did it originally, which is we get to the end and we decide what the next trail was going to be. We're not really sure yet, especially because we've only got 7 trails left, and because some people we know would like to walk a little bit with us. It might be valuable to know when we're doing things. Yeah. So that's something that I think we've yet to decide.
Yeah.
I think a loose plan will probably, at least an order and a general date kind of thing, will happen. What else do you think we need to plan?
I don't know. I think, so we always say that you don't need to train for walking, but I think I'm definitely going to start walking more myself, just to kind of start building up the miles again. Like walking in a city is very different to walking trails.
Yeah.
But I think just to kind of get back in the habit of walking and walking and walking, because I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I definitely know that, like last year when we started back, we had I was using some anti-inflammatory cream on my knees and stuff when we get really tired and really sore. So it'd be nice to kind of have a slightly higher level of fitness going in. Not even fitness. It's just
this is the thing, because we're not unfit. Really.
Yeah, it's not really a fitness thing.
It's walking is such an endurance thing.
Yeah, I guess endurance. Yeah.
It's such an endurance thing.
Yeah. The other thing is it's slow. If I'm going to start walking everywhere, I'm going to need to budget like 6 hours a day for walking from place to place.
That is kind of the problem, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And for me too, I think, because I do walk around town a lot more than you do, but my knees are quite sore lately and I'm kind of worried. So I think
I cycle a lot more than Cara does.
Yeah. And we still don't drive, so...
Yeah. After those driver's licenses.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Between now and 2 weeks' time, we might make a loose plan of what trails we're doing when. We would probably actually spend a day laying out all our gear, shaping it all out, making sure that it's all intact.
Yeah, we don't want to find out that there's a hole in a sleeping bag the day before we start walking.
Yeah, so us saying this now is going to hopefully make us do this in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, we were not going to do any of this before we started this video.
A lot more walking between now and then. And I guess we'll just have a day where we lay everything out, make sure everything's clean.
Yeah, all the gear is good. Yeah. We'll probably do another video for that because we'll go through the gear that we're bringing with us.
Yeah, and weigh our bags and then throw out half the stuff we have.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I guess that's, I mean, there's not a lot else. Again, it's only 7 trails, it's under 1,000 kilometers, so it's really not a completely insane thing to do.
Yeah.
As far as we know, it's about 40 days of walking, give or take.
Yeah.
Of actual walking, and so plus 2 rest days every 5 days or something like that.
Yeah. With all our shopping this morning on Amazon and today and everything, we have spent just over €500, €506 or something like that. I think under.
No, you're right. Just under.
€480, let's say.
Yeah, give or take.
€480. Yeah, on gear before starting back.
Yeah,
this time.
We do have a discount with Great Outdoors. This would have been a bit more. So thank you again, Great Outdoors. We love you, and you also should shop at Great Outdoors. #brand
ambassador.
Yeah. I'm still bringing those hashtag jokes back. It's really important for us to say a big thank you to our patrons who literally paid for us this time. So thank you so much to all of our patrons. I really want to say a big thank you to Patrick Berry, to Maureen Leahy, and to Mike Boyd, who actually, Mike, you kind of inspired me to do this project on video in the first place, so huge thank you to you. And a big high five to all of our patrons. If you would like to meet up with us while we're walking, send us an email, we'd love to.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Just send us an email and we can try and work it out. We are not great at responding to emails at a timely kind of a pace. Yeah. But we do try.
Yeah.
So do send us an email or whatever, you know. hello@toughsouls.ie is the email address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
I think that's it. One take wonder. Why did you do one clap? We should both do a clap. Slow motion?
No.